that'll never happen, but you can wish.
Hey, I could dream, can I?
You can. I'm gonna shoot it down though.
Well.
Cause I'm an asshole.
Mm-hmm. But you're.
Anyway, is it time for the Overwatch minute?
Oh yeah, definitely. Give me 1 second. Let me get this set up here real quick. All right, guys. Hang on. It is. Hang on. I'm gonna make sure that I can hear it first. Oh, I gotta do it. Okay. All right, guys. It is time with your Overwatch minute with Gregg Dietz.
Oh, okay. All right, guys. So, Brigitte, Brigida. I keep pronouncing it incorrectly because I keep seeing the name in my head and not the actual pronunciation.
Right.
Brigida is going to be officially on the Overwatch servers this Tuesday,
Woo!
the 20th. The thing that sucks about that is just the Sea of Thieves, but whatever.
Yeah.
I just won't be playing a ton of Sea of Thieves by myself, which I'll be playing a lot of Overwatch by myself.
Mm-hmm.
However, even though her inclusion is this Tuesday, she will not be available for competitive play until Season 10 starts. So that's at least 6 weeks, yeah.
Huh.
At least 6 weeks, maybe 5. Well, there's a big reason behind that, Anthony. Like, yeah, she was in the PTR and people got to play her, but her exclusion from the season as it is right now allows people to play her in quick play and learn her counters and learn who she's counterable against. That's the whole point of Overwatch, is learning everybody's counters and anti-counters. Like, that's what makes the game beautiful. It's battle chess. And when you add a new player to the battle chess field, you have to learn that character. So they don't want that character to be in competitive play until everyone kind of knows her well enough.
Mm-hmm.
And so I totally understand it. Now, the part that I think is interesting is that usually, back in the past, when adding a new character, seasons weren't 2 months. They were like almost 4 months at a time.
Mm-hmm.
And adding a character mid-season was totally acceptable. Here, they're like, oh, it's 2 months, no big deal. We'll just wait until the season ends. Like, I think that's really smart. But I'm super excited to get to play her. Like, I can't wait. Like, I'm actually more excited as playing Lucio next to her, because with her abilities and Lucio's abilities, like, the healing never ends.
Right.
It's like this anti-dive healing combo that never gets the fuck off the payload. I'm so excited. So, moving on from Brigida, Symmetra is about to have another kit rework. So back when she was, when the game had first come out, her kit was, she would provide armor to individual players, and that would reload every 10 seconds, so she could keep putting armor on multiple characters, but it was only a certain amount. She could put up little turrets, and then her beam was, what it still is today. The problem is that she didn't seem that much of a support hero with that kit. So they her ult was also putting a teleporter up.
Mm-hmm.
So they changed her kit, and they gave her the ability to throw out like these oval shields, which are really nice when you're attacking as her, because then you just keep going at the person that can't shoot you. But she could also, with her ult, put up a teleporter or a shield generator. And the shield generator was really cool, because if you lost that shield and the shield generator was still up, you would just get it back. But here's the problem. The shield generator is now becoming a problem, because it's a never-ending shield. If you lose part of that shield and you don't take damage for an extended period of time, you get that shield back. Previously, if the shield went away, it just went away, until Symmetra decided to put it back on you. So now people are saying she's a little overpowered with certain heroes' debuffs and all that kind of stuff. What her kit will change to, I don't know. I have absolutely no idea.
It sounds like,
but I'm interested.
It sounds like they kind of don't know what to do with the character. Like, they're
absolutely.
Okay.
But in the forums, Jeff Kaplan said that they're looking into changing her kit.
Okay. All right. We'll see.
And the last piece of news is I meant to bring this up last week, but I completely forgot. Oh, that's interesting, King. I've liked Symmetra both pre-rework and the new and what she is now. But yeah, when people are complaining enough, the Overwatch team takes notice, and that's kind of what it worked with. But yeah, they're reworking her. Yeah. It'll be interesting. I don't think that. I hope they don't debuff her to the point where she's just unusable. But then again, we'll see. But the last piece of news I wanted to bring up real quick was, like I said, I meant to bring this up last week, but I got involved in the conversation about XQC leaving the Overwatch League.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, people, including the Paladins team, the social media team, threw some shade at Overwatch for the design of Brigitte. Basically saying that one of their characters was made and their kit is identical to Brigitte's. So the question is did Overwatch steal or copy Paladins? I like to say they didn't, and this was just a happy accident. But on the flip side, even if they did, kind of copy a little bit, there's no proof. Secondly, one game is clearly better than the other. And that's not bias. I mean, that's just I played both.
Yeah.
I really did.
Mm-hmm.
And I try to be as objective as I can about games. That Epic Epic MOBA that came out that was exclusive to PS4, which I can't remember the title of.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was a fantastic MOBA, but it's gone. It's Epic's like, fuck that game. We're concentrating on Fortnite.
Right.
I do spell it with 2 G's, and that's my mom that decided to name me with 2 G's. So do you feel like calling her an asshole? Just saying. Anyway, getting off track here. I don't personally believe that the Overwatch team copied Paladins. I really don't. I believe it's just a coincidence. When you have a game where you have a series of characters and you're trying to come up with new weapons or just weapons that exist, it's gonna happen where this character's gonna have a flail. This character's gonna throw that same character's gonna throw out sorry, laughing at the chat again. Sorry for audio listeners. It sounds like I'm just crazy. I'm just laughing for no reason. This is why you should come to this podcast live on twitch.tv/MissionStarP every Sunday.
Yeah.
At 7:30 to 9:30, 10 o'clock ish.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't believe that Overwatch stole from Paladin. That's all. And the reason I'm constantly harping on this, Anthony, is because I want your opinion on it. I want to hear what you think in regards to that, because you don't really play Overwatch like I do.
Right. Well, especially recently. But so here's the thing I was going to throw out there. It's wait a minute. If they're putting that out there, then I would also throw out there but isn't Paladins kind of a copy of Overwatch in terms of how it looks and some of the characters' abilities? Because that was one of the things that was touted about Paladins when that game came out, was it was a second-rate Overwatch. It was
Paladins feels in my opinion, Paladins feels like the team was we really like this idea of a hero-based shooter that has multiplayer mechanics from Team Fortress, but we want to make it a MOBA. And that's where I think it falls apart, because I don't think that kind of game works as a MOBA.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't control bad. I don't think the characters were bad. The design was great, but and also, yeah, Paladins did come out first, but they were close. They were close in release date. Because people even said that oh, well, Battleborn copied Overwatch, or Overwatch copied Battleborn, and they just came out very similar at times. it's one of those rare occurrences, in my opinion, where development teams are working so close to a release date at the same time that shit just happens to fall in a place that makes it similar.
Right.
So,
and I believe that's probably is the case because the majority of these developers who are making games, the things they are making are can be very similar to something else that might have been announced or been shown off, and that tends to happen a lot in the game industry. So it's not. I don't think like a company is stealing another company's idea. At the same time, like ideas are copied a lot in the game industry. So I would say that it's not particularly.
Also on the Paladins coming out first. No, Paladins came out September 2016, and Overwatch came out May 2016. So
Gotcha.
Overwatch was first, but right, King. That's exactly kind of why I don't like Paladins over Overwatch is that the aspect of the MOBA part added into this hero shooter doesn't work. It just doesn't work. I don't think it meshes well together. I feel that it's very oil and water instead of like mashed potatoes and gravy. Why am I thinking of mashed potatoes and gravy? Anyway,
food's on the mind.
No, it's not. Like I actually had a big dinner and I'm like not hungry at all. I could have said any other analogy, but that was the one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't want to believe. Maybe it's that I don't want to believe that Blizzard stole from another company. Like I don't want to believe that. But there's also the very minute possibility that somebody working at Paladins who might have been an intern or an underling went to somebody else who worked at Blizzard and gave them the idea, sparked the idea. But that could have been a thing. But I don't think that any of these development teams intentionally stole from one another.
Agreed.
Not in the slightest.
Agreed. Yeah. So, cool. Was there anything else, or was that about it?
No, that's it for this week. I will have I think for the next Overwatch minute, I will have my opinion on Brigitte. I'm like I said, I'm very excited to play as her and to play with her. So, yeah, I'll have more on that when next Sunday.
All right, awesome. Well, that has been your Overwatch minute with Gregg Dietz. Wow, that was right when the song ended too. Good stuff. All right, so we have come to the conclusion of the podcast.